even though it's extremely nerdy, I think one of the things I enjoy most about this game, laB, is actually that the title of the game is a palindrome, which means that it's the same forwards and backwards. laB, laB. Hiya folks, Fruit and Doggy here, getting back into laB. And I did check out a few things between my first recording session and this one. It does seem like there's 60 stages, and the game does have a memory system. It does track your progress. And I did find out how so many people were getting all the achievements when it seemed odd to me that many people would play through the entire game, considering its difficulty. There, underneath the guides, there's somebody who's posted, gosh darn it, a 100% clear through of the game, a save file, so that's how people are doing it. Okay, I just need to I need to hold that further. But anyways, I wanted to get back into the game. As I listened to my recording, I think the music was a little loud. I tweaked it back a little bit on my recording settings. But otherwise, that should be... Ooh, almost jumped too high right there. And I do feel like it's also of interest that the developer behind this game has made numerous tweaks to it. So, it is nice to see that it's been refined. I think I'm gonna wait for it to go down. Oh, come on! I was a sliver across. Darn it! And I could... Oh, okay, I just timed that. I kind of thought I might be, but I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal. Gosh darn it. Yeah, I could feel that one was off. Oh. I will mention that I looked onto YouTube just to see if there's any video footage, and there's very little coverage of this game on YouTube. It also seems like there's not very many sales of the game, so that's... Gosh darn it. So overall, I guess this game just doesn't have very much exposure, but my goal now, frankly, is I would want to beat all the stages naturally and do the entire Let's Play for this game, so that way it could be shown on YouTube in its entirety. Ooh, that freaks me out, that platform, I'm not gonna lie. But, I think it's good enough. I think there was a few areas that kind of annoyed me, especially earlier. And it does look like it's gonna get, dreadfully hard later on. Oh, I really almost spiffed that. I'm just gonna go low and slow here. Man. Yeah, I'm glad I can play with the controller, I'll say that much. I would be miserable if I couldn't. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay. Oh! Yes! Okay, man, there's no pause screen, but I kind of want to pause. It's like, whoo! Oh yeah! But, oh, I didn't get enough height. Ooh, darn it. Yeah, this game is rather difficult. The last few stages do seem like they're gonna be really brutal as well, but, just... Darn it! That is the nature of this game. But, yeah, I think it'd be nice to see this have a Let's Play, all the actual stages on YouTube. And the video footage I saw actually did demonstrate some of the significant changes that have been made in the game. Like, there's an earlier stage where there were spikes on a larger part of the ceiling compared to when I played it. So it's actually... Ooh, gosh darn it! I even got a second try there, and I screwed it up. But that actually, so the developer changed that and tweaked it, and that made it considerably easier. So I noticed that the video footage I saw, people were dying a lot more in the earlier stages than I did. So that's why, with an achievement as high as get 5,000 deaths, I've made it more than halfway and don't even have 150 yet. It's not that I'm necessarily like, oh man, I'm just so amazing, guys. But more that the game was tweaked. And I mentioned earlier that there was the run button. That was another feature that was added, so... And I even specified that the 4-spike jumps, the run was very helpful for that. So that would have been done without that. Oh, what? Man! I thought I had that. So that would have had to be done without the run feature. Gosh darn it. And I'm still biffing it even with the run feature, so... yeah, the game has definitely been tweaked. One thing that I saw in the updates about the game that would make it harder is that apparently there were like stage checkpoints at one time. And so I guess those were removed in one of the updates. So kind of half a dozen one way, 6 another. Hit some things that make the game easier, lose something that makes the game. Remove some things that change features that make the game easier, change things that make the game harder, It's a mixed bag. And that seems fair to me. And that's the thing about a good game, that has reasonable controls and is still hard, is that... Ooh, this is gonna be tricky. Is that, it's very rewarding when you're able... Dang it! I knew it wasn't a full jump, but I wanted to clear the 4 spikes! But I made the full jump. Darn it, I hold the A button too long, the jump button. But it is very rewarding when you're able to succeed. And I guess if you believe in the whole jinx mindset, I jinx myself. Really? I should not have died just pulling a little too far to the right on that one. That was stupid. But yeah, I am going to try to maintain commentary, of course, despite the difficulty of the game. But you would already have noticed this from the first video, but there are times where it's like, oh man, I'm not saying very much. It's like, I apologize, I'm just trying to focus. Really? I wasn't prepared for that. Gosh dang it, dude. I know that rising platform, like, part of me wants to say it's not that bad, but because what you do is you jump as soon as it passes you, but it goes so fast, and that since there's spikes on the wall, you don't want to push your jump too far, so it can really psych you out. Now, I think, frankly, once you reach the top, I think you are more or less kind of in a free area. Thankfully, the game has no, timer. There's nothing that compels you to move at a certain pace, unless, you're in a certain area of the stage that requires quick movements. Like here at the very beginning, you've got to work with the platforms. You can't go too slow. Okay, I gotta make a smaller jump this time. Not that small. That's what I was trying to avoid the first time I died there. I'm afraid I'm gonna be making a lot of mistakes here, so I'll give this a few, more honest attempts. But if I get really far again and I just keep biffing something stupid, I'll kind of see how my momentum is going at the time. I might end the recording, at a certain point where it's like I'm flubbing it. diminishing returns, as the expression goes. And in this case, just in case you're wondering, on this area I'm zigzagging. I'm not using the run button because I don't want to jump in the spikes. I'm just making normal jumps there. And of course, then on the left side when I'm zigzagging, no run button there either. Just letting myself walk. And honestly, creep and just barely plop over the edge. Like, I know it's a little exaggerated, but it's like, if you're playing along or you play this game, you'll know that feeling of not wanting to screw up something so simple, so you take it as cautiously as you can. Oh, jeez. Oh, I know. It's just... he gets his earn point. I'm actually... Oh, it doesn't go all the way. Okay. I'm glad I checked that out. Yes! Oh, nailed it. That is what I wanted to see. Okay. Even though it's extremely nerdy, I think one of the things I enjoy most about this game, laB, is actually that the title of the game is a palindrome, which means that it's the same forwards and backwards. laB, laB.